Hey guys, just got back from SGC 2014. I had a ton of fun. As you can tell, my voice is a little hoarse, and I actually only have a few days to recover before I head to Con Bravo this weekend, Friday. So if you are going to Con Bravo, I'll see you there. But I had so much of an awesome time at SGC. I'm so glad I went. I met so many awesome fans and viewers, and it re-energized me, and it almost brought me to tears a few times because it's been a long time since I've been to any sort of convention. I'm usually stuck here in my house alone, just making videos. So it was quite awesome to see the support that you guys showed me. It was it was so amazing. I actually ran into somebody who was doing a corporate commander cosplay. It blew my mind. I couldn't stop smiling, and it was, oh man, to actually have somebody put time and effort into that was amazing. And I noticed that he was in line for the cosplay contest, and I was like, oh shit, I don't know if a lot of people are gonna know who Corporate Commander is unless they specifically watch my show, because everybody's cheering whenever somebody comes up with a character everybody knows. So I was like, man, I gotta do something. So I ran up to him and I was like, man, I'm gonna ambush you on stage, and to add a little spice. So he's like, really? Yeah. I was like, yeah. And so we did this. Check it out. It's Corporate Commander versus Angry Joe at the SGC cosplay contest.
All right, next up is a man that needs absolutely no introductions. This is Sebastian as the Corporate Commander from Angry Joe. What? Oh my God! Oh! Damn you, Corporate! Best day ever! All right, it was
Alright, so I think the contest is done after that. No.
Everyone go home.
Next up. Where were we? I don't even remember where we
We're
are.
at that guy.
Alright.
So I wanted to thank Sebastian for being so awesome and repping the Angry Army there, and Corporate Commander, and to all of y'all who had Angry Joe shirts on, and it was it was awesome. So I wanted to put up the panel for those of you who weren't able to make it. I know that my panel was actually at the same time a lot of other things were. There was like the Keiji Inafune signing, so I don't blame you. I wanted his signature too. In fact, I sent somebody over there to get a signature for me. So I know, like, God, there was like a line around the hotel. It was so awesome that Screw Attack got the creator of Mega Man, and I'm so excited for Mighty Nine. So I for those of you who came up to me to the show afterwards, they're like, oh Joe, I missed your panel. So I'll put it up here for you guys to check it out. I also they were nice enough, they gave us the main stage, so I brought along some of my friends, JonTron, ProJared, and Peanut Butter Gamer, and we just kind of talked. It was a very laid back panel. We sort of talked about how we got started, our highs and our lows, and then we kicked it to the crowd for just a standard Q&A. And I thought it was really revealing and interesting and fun. And so if you have time, check it out here. And if you want to see the other panels of all the people who were on my panel and those that weren't, they're all at screwattack.com. Go visit it. And Screw Attack on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/screwattack. You'll find all the panels there, guys. Okay, so check out my panel, and I'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe show. Oh, back to reviews after I get back from Con Bravo. I know you guys are like, where's the reviews and stuff, but really hasn't been a whole lot in June and July. Divinity Original Sin, I recommend you pick it up. But I think the next reviews are probably going to be Risen 3, and I think The Last of Us Remastered is coming out towards the end of the month. So, all right, now I'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, tip your waitresses. Bye-bye. Okay. All right, so first off, hey, I'm Puerto Rican, okay? So I need them tostones. No, I love tacos. Okay, anyways. That's you can hashtag I love tacos. Angry Joe loves tacos. Okay, next. So thank you guys so much for wow. Woo, look at you. You're gonna make me emotional coming here and supporting me. Thank you. It's because of you guys. I feel so blessed, you know. I get to be a part of something awesome and cool. Thank you. And hey, man, what's up? Yeah. Yeah, you motherfucker! Corporate Commander, everybody. That's so awesome that you took the time and effort. I fucking love that. We took a picture earlier, but thank you guys so much for coming. Basically, what this panel is going to be is I've had the opportunity to meet some really cool people doing this show and become friends. And so I would like to bring my friends out here, and we're going to tell you a little bit about YouTube, how we got started, the good and the bad, and what made our show successful. So in case you guys maybe have considered starting a show of your own. And then it's basically just a Q&A. So, you know, like 15 minutes or 20 minutes of us talking about how that's, you know, stuff started, and then a Q&A. And so I have prizes to give away. I wish I had more of these, but there are only like 500 in the world of these, okay? These are actual Angry Joe miniatures for a miniature game. It's a board game. I love board games, okay? Video games and board games. So I'll be giving these away, very exclusive limited edition stuff. And okay, so let me get to introducing some of my friends. You guys may know him as a professional. This gentleman is really good at games, one of the nicest guys ever. Please welcome ProJared! Thank you, Jared. Thank you for supporting me. And I'd like to... Yeah. You're going to take one of those? You can't. Those are for them.
Oh.
The next person I'd like to introduce has always been nice to me. I see them a lot at conventions, and I'm going to introduce them one at a time. They're Normal Boots guys, someone you may know. I'd like to introduce Peanut Butter Gamer! And also from Normal Boots, another friend of mine, I'd like for y'all to give a very warm welcome to JonTron!
Is that on?
I don't know. Was that on?
Is that on?
Can we get his mic on, please?
Is that on?
That sounds barely. We can share if you want.
I got a crumpled up ball that that was a cup. There you go.
Cup?
No, it was mine.
Okay. So, I guess, let me just start with how this all started on YouTube. I've always been known to get a little heated about games amongst my friends. I earned the nickname Angry, and it just turned into Angry Joe. And so, and it's odd because I don't play sports games. There was one sports game I played a long time ago called Madden. You're all familiar with it.
What was
it's
it
the
called?
Same shit every year. It's called Madden. And I don't know. Just a multi-million-dollar franchise. But what happened was when and this is a perfect example of corporate bullshit, and what I wanted to bring to the attention of just anybody who would listen is Madden was the same thing every year. But it got worse. When it transferred from the old Xbox to the Xbox 360, they actually removed multiplayer. I mean, well, there was still multiplayer. You could play 1 versus 1. But you couldn't all be on the same team. And me and my friends used to love being on the same team, ordering a bunch of Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. I fucking love Chick-fil-A. Yeah, Chick-fil-A! I made a video where how it's always closed on Sunday, Joe. Check it out. But anyway, so I had this, we would always eat chicken nuggets and see who could get the most interceptions. But when it went from the Xbox to the Xbox 360, they removed all those features. And I was like, what the fuck? So that was when the Angry Joe started, because I said, okay, I am going to make a message, and I want the developers to see it. It would be awesome to spread the word amongst fans, but I want the developers to see it. Luckily, I knew where the developers hung out. Now, they didn't even hang out at the Madden forums. Nobody went to the Madden forums. They actually hung out at a place called Operation Sports. It was a forum for football games, but they were very pro-Madden. And so I made this video. I took Terry Tate Office linebacker. Anybody see that commercial? Yeah, put your cover sheets on your TPS reports, Michael. Basically, it's this guy who goes in and tackles people in an office. They hire him for motivational support. You're going to get your ass tackled if you don't do your work right. So I redubbed him, and I sent him, Angry Joe sent him to the Madden offices to beat the hell out of the developers and say, where's 4-player cooperative? Where's this? Where's that? So I went to the Operation Sports forum. I put the video on there, and of course, this is very pro-Madden forum. They were like, fuck you, like this guy's a fucking idiot. Shave that pubic hair off your upper lip, you mother. Just a bunch of other words I ain't gonna say, a lot of mean stuff. And so I was like, oh man, this kind of sucks. And I felt real down on myself. And I was like, I'm probably never making another video just making fun of my mustache, where I look, this, that. And I was like, man, I don't think I can do this. And then I checked it probably the second day, and an actual Madden developer had responded to it. I believe his name was Ian Cummings, and he was like project lead at the time. He goes, you know what, Joe? You're right. You're really right. And we're going to make sure that feature is in next year. And this and this. And then he started talking about it. And I was like, holy fuck. I just,
Was every forum post after that like, yeah, Joe was right. He was right the whole time. I'm on Joe's side.
How did you know that?
Did it happen?
Yes. So all those motherfuckers was like, shave your pubic hair. They were like, you know what? Yeah. That dude, he has some good points. See, what I didn't like was this. Yeah, they turned on. And so I felt like, I had affected Madden, or if they were going to do it anyway, at least I put it in his head, and he had to directly respond to somebody. And it gave me a rush. I was like, we can actually make games better if we can get in front of the developers, find out where they hang out, and tell them exactly what's wrong with their games, instead of them having to sort through a bunch of circle jerking and just congratulatory bullshit on the forums that they hang out with. And so it was so refreshing, and I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. And so I did another one, and then more companies started to see them, and developers. I think the next one was Sins of a Solar Empire. I'm real into strategy games, and I did this thing where I fought Admiral Akbar, and I cut in the footage, like I was in the Superstar Destroyer, and Akbar was, fighting me, and he was like, it's a trap, and I did all that stuff, and they put it on their front page. And ever since then, that's what I knew that I wanted to do, and it's been growing ever since. So that's the origins of the AngryJoe Show. Yeah. And thank you. I've always wanted to better games. I've always been very passionate about the games that I like. Some of you have seen my reviews. They're real angry ones, like bullshit games. But then if you look, I may not really be all that angry. I have passion for the game. It should be more like Passionate Joe, but they didn't have a ring to it, Angry Joe. Like Rome Total War. I love that game, but I hate that game, and I wish it would get better. So. But I want to take this opportunity to learn the origins of y'all's shows, because I actually have no idea. We've never really talked about it, so I'll start with you, Jared.
I just really wanted to make fun of Two Worlds.
Really? Oh my God! How can you make fun of Two Worlds? I know it was a shitty game, but I kind of like that anime. You know how he swings the axe? Like.
Yeah, and it sounds like you're punching a dude with a sword.
Oh.
No, because Two Worlds like had a lot of hype behind it, and I was like, I was all aboard Two Worlds. I was like, multiplayer Oblivion, I'm all aboard it. And then you play it, and it's just this joke of a game.
Yeah.
And there was ideas in there. You could see where it could be good, but it's just bad.
Yeah.
But I hated it. Like, it always stuck with me. Like that was the hugest disappointment game I ever had. And then Two Worlds 2 was coming out. And like a month before Two Worlds 2 comes out, I was like, there's no way that one's gonna be good too. I have to make fun of Two Worlds 1. So I did, and actually around this time, I was watching a lot of other internet reviewers. I was watching AngryJoe, I was watching Spoony. So like, I think even John and PBG I was probably watching. So, yeah. I mean, I ignored most of your stuff, it's bad. Hey kid. But, so Two Worlds 2 was coming out in like that month, so I made a video just making fun of Two Worlds 1. And then Two Worlds 2 got delayed until like February. And I was like, why
is it on now? Oh, the only reason I wasn't retorting at you is because my mic was off.
Oh.
He was getting free shots.
What I wanted to say was, never mind.
The moment's
Oh,
over
I ruined
now.
it. I flubbed it. All right. Next time I'll have you. So
Okay.
Go on.
All right. The Two Worlds 2.
Thank you for this, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Two Worlds 2 got delayed until February, and I just put out Two Worlds 1. And I was like, well, I can't not have a video until then. What else can I do? So then I made a video on the PlayStation Move and the Xbox Connect right back to back, and those went really, really, really well too. And I just like enjoyed giving that kind of feedback to people, because I wasn't just making fun of it. I was giving like legitimate criticism and like how fun whatever thing is. So, and that's how ProJared more or less got started.
Basically, from a delay of a video.
From a
One
delay
of
of
the
a
worst
video
things
game.
that can happen
Yeah.
to us, something awesome was born.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it was.
That's cool. Well, how did you start?
Well, you guys have these like awesome stories. I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, yours sucks. Yours sucks.
that basically, I mean, I made videos with like my friends and stuff my whole life, and I just had fun like doing stuff, and it never really reached any kind of audience other than my parents and like stuff like that. And of course, they're like, "That was good." I'm like, "Thanks, Mom." And
So
that-
your
yeah.
parents were supportive?
Oh yeah, but you can tell when they're like they don't really know what you're talking about. They're just like, "That was good, son." It's like, that's not that wasn't what I was looking for. I don't know. I tried a bunch of different stuff. Made some channels with some friends and stuff, and eventually I decided to I thought, oh man, this is a great idea. I'll do videos about video games. Nobody's done that. And then I like went on the internet, and I'm like, oh, look at all this stuff, like Angry Video Game Nerds, Screw
Dude,
Tag, and I'm like, well,
same-
there goes
I
that.
had the same exact thing.
Yeah, it seemed like such a great idea. Like I was watching X Play or something, and I was like, hey, I could do that on the internet,
On
and
the
I could
internet.
like talk about video games.
I'm fucking unique!
Yeah, and, like YouTube barely even like was a thing. I mean, it was a thing, but not as much as it is
Everyone
now.
watching right now at home is like, I want to make an internet show about video games. It's just like, oh.
Yeah. It's even worse now.
Still do it,
obviously.
by the way, if you're watching. Still do it.
No,
Just
you
do
should.
it.
You should. You should. I mean, so as long as you have passion for what you do,
Yeah.
that will come across, and people will pick up on it, and it sort of takes off. What about you?
Yeah, and I don't want to interrupt, but I want to add something to that. Is like a lot of people that always say like, "Oh, I want to start a YouTube. I don't really know what to do." Just do it. Like, I mean, when I started my channel, I didn't know what I was doing.
I don't think any of us had any idea
I mean,
what
like
we were
I did
doing.
like these weird skit things.
To be
And
fair,
I'm like,
it really can go into the opposite realm. Well, you're infamous forever about being shit.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you had to say to me. Sorry.
No, I'm not talking.
Oh shit!
What did you say? I
Okay,
wasn't talking about you.
Oh no, I literally just
I
didn't
mean,
hear
like-
what you
like,
said.
you know,
I couldn't
like
hear it.
Chris
Your
Chan
mic is very
level. Why
quiet.
does this keep?
He said your
Am I
channel
not allowed to
sucks.
have a mic?
Oh, okay.
No.
Is this on? Can you guys hear this? Okay, there we go.
It keeps going on and off.
You want me to tell mine?
Yeah.
Well, you know, my life was really good. It was perfect, like a 10 out of 10 life. And I thought, there's not enough people yelling at me to make more things for free for them.
Accurate.
And I decided I needed more of that in my life. And so I signed up with a YouTube account, and then a Google account, and then I had to sign into my Google account again.
Oh, fuck!
And then
Google Plus.
And then Google rearranged the letters in its name and said, you have to type it in until you can put Google the way we rearranged it. And then finally, 4 years later, I was on a plane to a different country to escape this, and I decided I really wanted to do YouTube. All right, real story now. That was real funny, I know. Okay, real story now. Basically, I was just like, I was in college, and I was a really big fan of the Angry Video Game Nerd.
Oh yes.
And basically, I don't really remember exactly. What I thought was he didn't do modern games that much. Or not even modern. He didn't really go past he never did N64. He would usually stay with the Atari Jaguar and below. So I was like, I know what I'll do. Like same fucking thing. I was like, I'll be the N64 angry video game nerd. And then I found out everyone did that. So like, but then I thought I was gonna get called like an AVGN ripoff.
Which I'm sure you did.
Yeah. Not as much as you would expect. I didn't ever really get that, and I really thought I was gonna get like Irate Gamer off the internet or something. Is that bad to say that?
Everybody knows it. He got flagged for that. It's fine to say.
So like, so I always wonder if that's like an insult. I've never met him. I have nothing against him. It's a thing. So what happened was the original name of the show was gonna be JonTron 2.0. I don't know, but I dropped the 2.0 because I thought it wasn't. I don't know, right? The original intro I had in mind was like
because you're reinventing yourself, John. You're becoming something greater.
I don't know.
So
That's why that's your thing.
It's just one of those '90s names, you know, but
JonTron Extreme.
Yeah, like JonTron with a Z at the end.
JonTron.
But like also the original intro I had in mind for it was like a Tim and Eric like kind of intro. And it was gonna have like JonTron 2.0, but it didn't. Thank God that didn't happen. And then what else? I remember it was actually Screw Attack featured one of my videos. I think it was
Donkey Kong one.
It was top
I remember
10
you
Mario
had
Party minigames.
Yeah, because that's when I like first messaged you.
Yeah, that's when you first messaged me.
Because I was like, oh, that looks like fun. I wish I had done that.
Dude, this is great. Right? Okay, so he messages me. Like, I remember I get my first influx of subscribers. Like, and I didn't expect it. And I was like, it was just like the email would be like, this guy subscribed to you. And I was like, what?
It was fucking amazing. That feeling.
You remember that? It was like
It was like 40 people.
Yeah, no. It was 100 people, and it was like this many people at once. Like I did something. Yeah. That's how it felt, right?
People liked
You get jaded to it after a while.
He messaged me. And he was like, hey man, you're really good. Like you should keep it up. Like I can give you some tips. Not in a douchey way. He was really nice. And like, no, because it sounded like I could show you around the bend.
You want to know my amazing advice that was for him was just basically, hey, you can post your videos on game trailers too.
Yeah, that's what you said.
That was literally all I said.
No, dude.
They'll probably feature you.
I looked at his channel and he had 3,000 subscribers, and I went, it's Brad Pitt. He's famous. That's what happened, and
I remember like you talking to you, and you were like talking to me like I was like, dude, let's just play Team Fortress 2 or something. Come on.
In that world, it was so detached from the rest of the media. It was like a completely new thing.
It becomes an addiction when you do the show and you put it out there. You work really hard on it. Then you look at the comments. 4 or 5 years ago, YouTube was a little bit different than it is now. But yeah, there were still
Nobody
really
had a
bad
kabillion
comments and
subscribers.
really good comments. But you would focus on the good ones and try to ignore the bad ones unless you want to sit in your room and cry all day long.
Honestly,
which happens sometimes.
Comments are shifting towards positive nowadays.
And
maybe mostly because I don't think the comment system even works anymore.
Oh right, they broke it.
I don't mean to like be a broken record, but like I can't really understand. It shows like. Do you understand?
Yeah, you have to sign in like twice or something,
like
and then you moderate. I don't.
Also, like
fucking-
the same comments are always there. I guess unless you put newest first. But why wouldn't you want newest first? I don't know. Whatever.
Anyway.
Yeah. So I guess the next thing I wanted to know and talk about was what was the moment that our channels took off on YouTube and started that big steamroll? Because I remember, I had like 60,000 subscribers or something like that, and that guy with the glasses had seen some of my videos. You guys may know him, Doug Walker, nostalgia critic. They had seen some of my videos, and they were like, this guy's great, let's form this website. He was already doing this website and getting talents and forming the website. So he said, hey, man, put your videos on here. And I put my videos on. It was a great community. It was fantastic. And I put them up on Blip, and I still had my YouTube stuff. And it was just a crossover. It was great. And so I got more and more subscribers. And I think I went from 60 to like 90,000. And I thought I was at the fucking top of the world. I couldn't get no better than this. And I remember like some company, contacted me, and they were like, Joe, we would like to fly you down. And it was CD Projekt Red, Witcher guys. And
how can
Witcher
you get farther down than Texas?
What's
Where
that?
are they flying to you? Argentina?
No, there's Poland.
Poland.
They're in Poland.
That's
yeah.
up.
Yeah, and
Flying
I was
up.
I was like, what the hell? Are
like,
you serious? But there were way more subscribers. There were people that had way more subscribers, and I was like, what is going on? But when I got there, I realized why. Because people in the office, especially at GOG, were huge fans of the Angry Joe, and it just opened up this whole new world to me. This is not just the United States that watches these videos religiously. It's all over the world.
Dude, back then, when you had like 60,000 subscribers or 80,000, and I had like 1,000 or whatever, like you were just like, wow, like monolithic to me. It's weird, isn't it?
Really?
Like,
Dude,
I remember that feeling too.
Are you
Like
serious?
I'd look at how many
No,
subscribers
I
does Joe
respect
have.
what you guys
I was
do
like,
way more than
I was like, oh, he's cool.
no, yeah.
wow.
I-
And
I-
look how your channels
I
have
wish
been-
Joe Senpai would notice me.
You remember when we first started talking and we were talking
Yeah.
about YouTube strategies and we were
Yeah,
like, how
and
do
you.
we grow? Yeah, that was me.
And me and him had a Skype chat. I was actually in Texas at the time. I lived in Dallas for a short time. And
We lived
were
together.
living together.
we were all high on you. We were like, how do we do this better?
I know.
It's just exploding and we need to know how to do this.
I decided to annotate to other videos of mine at the end of each video, which is what I still do to this very day.
Yeah, he was wondering whether he should put those bumpers at the end where it's like, if you want to check out my next video, click here. And I was always resisting that, and so was he, because I didn't want to be in your face like, subscribe and like and do all that stuff. I don't know why I was
But please
resisting
like,
that.
comment, subscribe.
But yeah, I guess I felt it was slightly annoying or that the content should speak for itself. But when you actually do ask for that, people actually do it because they hear you, they like you, they want to support you.
Yeah.
And
Call
so
to
he started
action,
doing
or
it.
what
I
they
still
call it.
haven't done it after all those years. But I remember when you called me, I was actually sitting on the toilet at my grandma's house.
Were you
and
talking
I
to me on
answered
the
phone
fucking
while I was taking it?
Were you talking to me on the... You dropping the deuce?
Yeah, I was
while
dropping the deuce while I was giving you advice on YouTube. Just wanted you to know that.
See, this is...
He was
So
dropping
this
a
is
deuce.
how-
This is why you
and
should
hard
never
knowledge.
idolize
This
anyone.
is the secrets part of YouTube. When you call Angry Joe, he's more
Taking
than
the
likely
shit.
on it.
It's a good time. Maximizing your time.
So what happened was, to grow the channel, it was that guy with the glasses, and then it was the big Mass Effect 3 controversy where they completely fucked up the ending of that game. It was like a Deus Ex situation.
You know... This is off track.
Yeah, no, go
No,
ahead.
you know what? No, keep going with this story.
Okay, so I was one of the first ones to make the video, like top 10, and put all these theories together. The fans are like so amazing, and I was like, oh my God, these stories are so much better than what we actually got. And so I wanted to highlight that, and I wanted to bring it to as many people as possible. And I had this channel that had a lot of subscribers, so I did a more serious video. I was like, the video, when I look at it now, it's so serious. It's like,
It's a completely different tone.
it's a completely different tone. I feel like I'm gonna cry
Yeah.
when I watch it. It's like what happened with Mass Effect 3 was a tragedy. And
Yeah,
in
you
order
always-
to understand why, we
Your
need to go
videos,
back.
whenever I see one of your videos that like clearly is gonna be one of those, you just walk out and you're like, today I'm mad, and I'm like, oh. It's
No, I
like-
usually go.
Yeah.
It's like you done fucked it up.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then I'll start the review. You done fucked it up. And so the Mass Effect 3 video doubled and tripled my channel because it was hot. It was right then, and it was one video that everybody linked to, and everybody's like, "Yeah, this guy's pretty cool," and they watched some other videos, and they were like,
I knew that video worked for you because that year where you made that video, I was at E3 in the West Hall waiting outside to get in, and you like walked by me or whatever, and some woman points to you, goes like, "You made that Mass Effect 3 video," and you're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, shut up," and you hit her. That was weird. I don't know why you did that. My memory might be a little fuzzy, but I think that's what happened. But I saw that and I was like, shit, I should have made a Mass Effect 3 video.
Well, I wish I would have made that SimCity video. That was really good.
Dude,
I've always wanted to do a video where it just starts and I'm like, fuck this game, and then roll credits, you know?
Yeah.
And he did that.
I want to tell my blow up story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Unless you want.
No, that
'cause
was it.
We were
So
in
go
line.
ahead, do
No,
the-
you go ahead.
No, but
Yours
you're
is
in line.
more interesting.
Just
than mine.
fucking go. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I had like sub 10,000 subscribers back in it was 2011 when I was in
You're like
Texas.
looking at me like.
Yeah, because
oh,
I was in Texas.
But no, okay, I'm not gonna remember that.
And I was
either.
making all
It
those.
had-
By the way, like, oh, I can't. I don't know if you guys like this. I can't watch my old videos.
No, I was gonna say that
God,
too.
man, they're terrible.
Like,
the
listen,
worst.
like,
How could anybody like this?
Right.
no, seriously, like, okay, first of all, like, we're unpracticed, you know, but this is going up to like an internet cloud vault that will never get deleted, and like, we didn't have producers or anything to be like, this is shit, stop. Like, we just did it, and then it was done because there's no barrier to entry there.
Yeah.
So like, we were learning, and it shows.
Yeah.
So like, there's some videos where I'm just like, I really didn't like the end of Fallout 3, and it's just like, and I'm like serious about this.
Oh, dude, your old JonTron voice is awesome.
Yeah, like,
you're like, we say something like, Mario Party 2 is one of the best games I've ever played.
Yeah. I know, right? Like, what am I at this point? Like, I was something else back then. I'm something else now. My accent has just changed.
Yeah.
No, you went from being timid and shy and unsure of yourself to like, fuck it. You know?
Yeah, no, I had the same thing too. Like basically all my old videos are me saying, "Hi, I'm Peanut Butter Gamer, and I'm talking about this video now." And then I like go back and watch it. It's really late at night. It's always when I do it, and I'm gonna watch this. I'm like, no, instantly. It's off.
Like, I can't
do
watch
it.
It's like, how did our channels grow?
I had
Thank
no
you.
idea. Yeah,
Thank you,
so
people,
much.
for putting up with us when we were learning.
And okay, so what happened was I made this I made this video called Dino City.
It's still my favorite video you've ever done.
I guess some of you were there for it. But like, it was just this period where I was like, I don't know how to be original, right? So I just started being weird as shit. And it caught on,
This
I
shit
guess.
is weird, man.
Somebody put it on Reddit, and it got to #1 on front page of Reddit, which was, I guess it was smaller back then. But it was like...
Still.
What? Yeah, but and it was just like, this is how video game review should be done. And it was all because... The whole reason I'm here, I probably wouldn't be here if I didn't randomly decide to sing Firework at the end of that video. That was enough. That was enough to generate some interest that led me down the entire path.
Do people still ask you to like do another cover about that?
I tried. It's just not funny or good. There's no reason. I don't think I'm going to release that because maybe now, okay, you know what? Now
John,
that I said I'm not going to release it, you might get it as a surprise. There you go. But I can't commit to, I can't live up to it. I can't even sing that high.
Don't worry about it, man. I've seen John work and his writing process.
You have.
It is so funny. There are episodes that have never come out of your show that kill me. And the Disneyland
canceled?
one.
That's
yeah,
what
the
you
one
just
that
totally.
hit, the one that
You just totally dropped the bomb on.
What are you talking about?
Joe, okay,
Is that
that video, it's never coming out, right? I have a
Oh, you filmed it? I didn't know that
Yeah,
part.
we filmed it.
You were in the writing process.
It sucked the whole way through.
No, you're absolutely wrong.
Wait, okay, but we did film it. We scripted it, we filmed it, everything, and it just didn't turn out the way we wanted to. So if you come to my panel, there's an exclusive video.
Everybody go to John's panel! Could it be? Sunday. And he was really worried. He was really worried that y'all weren't going to go to the panel because you're going to be drunk. It's really early in the morning. Go to John's panel Sunday at 11.
Yeah, Sunday at 11 or 11:30. But if you come there, it's not the full video. It's just sort of like...
I'm coming, man.
What
I
could
want to
have
see
been.
it anyway.
Yeah.
Don't expect like a full JonTron, but I have a little some fun thing.
Yeah.
So
Cool,
yeah.
man. Okay.
Don't tell them any more of my
I'm
videos.
sorry. I didn't know. I thought it was never going to be seen, and that I didn't know you had it.
We were gonna film it at Disneyland, but it didn't work out.
Yeah.
We were gonna do it like that show, Escape from Tomorrow or whatever. Like that movie where they filmed it all at Disneyland.
John, you need to continue with ideas. Just put out anything, man. Like your original JonTron where you just did the song, you know?
Yeah,
and
but
it's that stuff. When you want to make your own show, you have to not only inform, but entertain. That's what keeps people coming back. And, and so you did it with the wackiness, just off-the-wall stuff.
The thing is, if you stay in the realm you're used to, you're gonna just be like it's always got to be like one-upping yourself or changing sometimes. Yeah. That's why like a show's got to end, start a new show, you know.
That's also why like all of our old videos are so very different compared to what we do now.
Yeah.
Because like we're not just trying to do the same thing. We're all trying to evolve in some way.
All right, well, let's do Q&A session now because I see we don't have a whole lot of time and I want to get some of these. So we'll go ahead and
Holy shit, people just running up to the mic. Holy fuck. All right. Is that how it's going to work? I thought we were going to have people raise their hands.
I was wondering how many amount of dead-o-dated wham.
Chaos.
We only got 20 minutes, so.
I want someone to ask me about dead-o-dated
Control
wham.
yourself! Behave yourselves! All right, I will let you go because you got there super, super fast.
Onegaishimasu. All right.
Go ahead, and hopefully it's questions maybe either one of us can answer.
Yeah.
Feel free.
YouTube stuff, hopefully.
Yeah, YouTube stuff. Let's try.
All right, let's get it going. We don't have a whole lot
Actually-
of time.
Go ahead.
Okay. Very quickly for Joe, I actually wrote up a whole elaborate idea on how Mass Effect 3 could have been significantly better with its ending. So I just want to quickly throw that out there if in the event you're interested in reading it. Second, this isn't a question, it's a request. I'm actually doing a montage for SGC, and I'm wondering if when the panel's over, you four wouldn't mind lining up and running into my camera.
No.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it was.
Did you use the mic in order for it to get us all in a video? Is that what it is? I thought you had a question.
Smart
I said
move.
questions.
He's
questions
proactive.
only. But no, what was it?
I was going to do a montage for SGC using the Guardians
Oh,
of the
of
Galaxy,
course.
and I was wondering if you could run into the
I'll do
camera
it.
like madmen.
Try to find us. Depending
All right.
on how crazy
Yeah,
you
in
are,
the
try to
show.
find us.
All right, I'll try and nail you guys
Preferably when
afterwards.
we're drunk. Cool.
It'll be better.
It'll be way more fun.
So right now.
I couldn't tell.
Turning my mic off or something.
Thank you, man.
You'll have to bear with me. My voice is a little shot, but I have a two-part question.
Yeah.
One, what is your favorite common compliment that you get from fans when you see fans at
One
convention?
what?
Favorite
Common compliment, like
All of us?
Yeah, take it, John.
Yes. And the second part is also with comments. What's your favorite YouTube comment you've ever seen? It can be bad or good.
Oh, boy.
Favorite?
Well, the favorite compliment that I always get is when I get a lot, not so much in YouTube comments, but in like YouTube messages or on Facebook or whatever. There's always I always pretty frequently get someone just saying, thank you for providing entertainment, and when I'm in a dark time in my life and things just aren't great, but the fact that you provide 10 to 20 minutes of joy and happiness in my life means a lot to me. Like when I get those, like that's.
No, I don't
those
like
are some of my
it.
favorite.
I'm only really happy if I provided 40 to 60 minutes. 10 to 20 is like a low figure.
I mean, we
I feel
try.
like I could have done more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite comment I ever got was the YouTube one where someone called me an alien head shit kid.
By the way, I seriously, I just want to follow you around with that nickname. Because it's
Is
so
you hurt?
ridiculous.
Is you hurt?
Or the other one was when I was talking about, man, I don't even remember, it was some game, it was like some RPG or something, and one of the comments was like, let's do this, saw this dude's face, I knew it was going to be some anime fag shit.
Wait, I just want to say, my favorite comment is just the whatever you were thinking comment. So let's say you're like, I don't want to do that video because they're going to call me a sellout, so I'll do this video and they'll say this. And then somebody's like, he's not a sellout and he did this. And I'm like, you did! You said what I thought! That's the best comment.
Yeah.
I just like the comments that understand, and sometimes my reviews over time have been getting bigger and bigger and more bloated and stuff because I don't want to leave anything out because I'm scared the people who watch it, like, you left this out, your whole review is invalid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen
so
that
I'm
before.
scared of that comment that it's like, you missed this, Joe, and your whole review is fucking shit. But I like the ones that are like, Joe, I sit down, I get a plate of food, and I just make it this session where it's like, yeah, there's a new Angry Joe episode, and I'm watching it, and I just love your show, man, and it's just fucking awesome. That somebody would actually make it like a little mini event,
My favorite comment I got is it was just more like P-butt gay. I don't know what that means, but people do that with my name a lot. They're like, more like peanut butter gamer, and it's like, oh, make fun of my name, so easy. This is a stupid name. Anyways.
One thing I do want to say about YouTube comments and trolls, we can make a whole panel about it in the
I
future.
did.
We did.
Yeah.
He did.
We were on
but
it.
I've actually seen it in real life. Like, I've never.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is with these trolls? Like, what is going on in there? Are they like this? What is happening? Well, I went to my mom's house, and I have two half brothers, and I heard giggling upstairs. And I was talking with my mom. I was like, Mom, hold on, I want to go over there. And they were in my stepfather's office, and they got a really nice computer. And I walked in there, laughing, just giggling, and I look, and they're at the computer, and they're on YouTube, and they're making little comments. And I'm like, oh, cool. They watch YouTube YouTube. Maybe they've seen my show and do all that. So I go over there and I look at their comments. I'm like, what the fuck? They were trolling. So I guess just we don't understand that generation. It's amazing that gaming is so plurific, or
Plurific?
I'm going for words I can't even use now.
Plurific.
No, but
Now.
there's so many different generations in gaming. There's a generation after me that thinks it's hilarious to just troll people on YouTube, and that's their entertainment.
They're called dicks.
Yeah, they're called trolls and dicks. But I was like, oh, I get what they're doing. Like, that's how they get their entertainment. It's sad and pathetic. Like,
Yeah.
instead of encouraging it or doing their own thing, but I got to see it in action, and I was like, whoa, this is an activity that people do these days.
Yeah.
All right, but
like I said,
but come up and grab your Angry Joe miniature there for the question.
Yeah.
What are those?
They're Angry Joe miniatures. Check them out.
Can I have one?
I can give y'all ones later. These are for the people here.
Fine.
Go, yes!
From Superboy to Superboy.
There we go.
It's like, I want to figure. Now, I actually had a question for all of you guys.
Okay.
Since this is a relatively new pioneer being video content creators and constantly being under the eyes of a lot of people, what's been the hardest one point of any of you guys' career? Like, what's been the hardest to really put up with? Or I know the Jeff Keighley thing with you was bad, and the YouTube system you guys had to deal with.
Yeah, me and
What's been the
Jeff-
hardest thing you've had to deal with?
Yeah, so I guess that wasn't really a hard point. It was more of a shocking point. And me and Jeff have talked since then. And he's when it was funny because we had that thing, like I was supposed to have this planned sit-down interview, and then he wasn't showing up. And then he showed me. He's like, come on, Joe, like 2 minutes. And it took me off guard. And it was more my fault because I was very inexperienced with interviewing, and I was just there on behalf of the questions that I got from people that wanted. So I felt like I did a bad job and that I was ambushed. But I was just wanting to get answers that everybody else had brought up about, can we improve the VGAs? But Jeff now understands, and he has done efforts into improving the VGAs, and I'll never forget it. I was at E3, and so somebody was like, so, what's up, Angry Joe? And I turn around, and it's Jeff Keighley there, and I'm like, and this was in the 2K booth after the show, and nobody was there, and I was like, oh shit, he's gonna throw down right here. We're about to get into a fist fight. But he didn't. He came up with this smile that he has, and he was like, hey Joe, so I just wanted to meet you and talk with you, and I saw your video, and he was like, I just didn't really appreciate the way you edited that. And I was like, well, I didn't really appreciate the situation that happened. He's like, what are you talking about? So I explained it, and he's like, I never knew about that. I'm sorry, the handling. So we talked to each other, and he was like, yeah, it was sort of like you were showing up and shitting on my wedding, is the exact termage he used. And I was like, oh, I understand. You're trying to make the show and make the show better. The questions I had mainly were from previous shows where you did some messed up things, like Megan Fox, best voice actor, and stuff like that. It makes no sense. But he wasn't, I don't think he was in charge at that time. So we've made up, and that wasn't really a low point in my career. It was just something that shocked me and that we got over eventually.
I got one.
Oh, go ahead.
You want one?
Oh, you go ahead.
All right, I'll just say it. I don't know. I'd say the hardest part of my career is probably the Game Grumps aftermath, because fucking A. What can I and cannot say? I can't say it, but I will say that I think the dishonesty in the matter has been bad. That's the hardest part of my career. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's all
Moving
I can say.
on. It's a sore point for John.
My career's been great.
Yeah.
Throw the mic.
I guess mine's a little bit more of a serious answer. I'll try to keep it quick because we don't have a lot of time. But we have
extra time because it started a little later.
Oh, okay. When I was living in Denton, I lived by myself, and then John moved over there. And at first I was really introverted, and I was good at living by myself. It didn't bother me. But then John moved, and then we had this temporary thing, and then he left. And then I was living by myself again. I had no money. I was basically living off student loans, and I knew that I didn't want to be in school, and I knew that it wasn't for me, but I was just doing it because I felt like I had to. But at the same time, I was spending all my time on YouTube, and it took a long time for stuff to catch on. And it was kind of that decision, and I eventually just cracked. I was like, I just have to quit school, and like, you know, my brother's here, and I went and lived with him, and that made it a lot better because I wasn't have to pay as much money. And eventually it was like it got better once I finally decided, you know, this is what I know I want to do, and I did it. But it was during that period where I was unsure that I was really depressed, and you know, it was just a bad time.
I actually do have a hard point. Really early on in my YouTube career, when I was doing it completely solo, there was actually a moment where I didn't know how I was going to live because the YouTube money isn't really a thing.
Yeah, people say YouTube money.
Yeah,
it's like,
I mean, there was a couple.
No, they use Social Blade like as a Bible.
yeah,
like
do
those
not-
numbers are accurate. I wish to God. They
By
were
the way,
accurate.
Social Blade is not accurate.
Do not. Social Blade's like one of the worst things in the world. Anyway, so like there was
I got
a point.
a good
Like,
SB ranking
there
recently
was,
though. So that's
As far as estimated earnings.
Yeah, there's basically like 2 months in a row where after like paying like rent and all my bills, after getting my YouTube check or whatever, I was basically floating on about $40 to $60 in a bank account, and like I didn't know what to do. It was like, do I keep doing this and really go for it, or do I just try to get a part-time job or what? And I didn't really know what to do, but I went with YouTube and it worked out. So yeah, thank you.
Well, one quick thing here is that you know, I've had a lot of people come up to me in their similar situations.
Yep.
It's like they really want to make it work and stuff, and I feel for them because my situation was reversed. I was very lucky. I was working at Dell, making good money, and I would go into Dell and work for like 4 hours. The rest of the 4 hours I had free, and I had internet. So I was like, and I would make documents upon documents of what I would do and top 10 lists and just, you know, formulate this plan. And so I was essentially getting paid by Dell to create the AngryJoe Show.
Suckers.
So thank you,
Dell was good for something.
And then eventually I was, but it was a dead end job. It was like office work, and I was like, I want to work for myself, and I want to do things myself. And when I got a taste of it from that guy with the glasses and YouTube, I was like, full on, let's do this. So I took a huge pay cut. So I you know, and obviously we're doing better now because we have better subscribers.
Yeah.
I mean, I can speak for myself. I'm fortunate. Like, I have a lot of views, but like not everybody, definitely not everybody gets enough to make a living.
Okay,
it's
well,
hard.
Oh, wow. you make enough to make a living though, yeah?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm doing great now, yeah.
Yeah, and saying, okay,
Yeah.
cool. What's your question?
Oh, good enough.
Hey guys, good to see you. JonTron, good to see you again. I walked by you near the Skyway, near the Plaza of the Americas. Real quick.
I walked in the same wind shaft.
Yes. Jared, real quick, congrats on getting married. I'm happy for you too.
Thank you.
And Joe and PBG, you guys are awesome anyway. So is John.
Thank you.
And keep doing what you're doing.
If we can maybe keep it to one question because
yes,
we got
my
a lot
question
of
is that Joe, you're vocal about this. The third-party claims to content on all of your videos, and my question is, I know. Whenever you're making a video, do you ever take that into consideration, or do you say, fuck it, and just post the video, and if there's ever a claim, there's a claim, but if there's not, I
you
guess
have to
I
take
got
it
free
into
pass.
consideration.
Right.
You have to now. I mean, things have changed, and I guess the old guard see that, you know, this YouTube is exploding, and they're like, what the fuck? You know, even though they're getting, it's amazing to me because when somebody plays their games or does the Let's Plays or reviews a movie, it's free fucking advertising.
Yeah.
And it's proven time and time again that video game sales go up on the video game they're talking about, or movies, like, hey, go see the movie. The most recent, you guys know what happened to me where like I got hit with 60 claims and I stayed affiliated because I felt bad. I'm like, why the fuck would I become managed? There are a lot of other people in this situation that can't be managed, so I'm going to be out in front and talk with YouTube, and I've had like conference calls with YouTube to try to improve that situation, but of course they're being pressured by, you know, forces out there that, you know, I can't mention, but it, you know, so it gets like that, but it's getting better. I think companies are starting to turn the corner and realize a little bit more about that. But the most recent one was Edge of Tomorrow. I did a movie review on Edge of Tomorrow. I was actually sent a screener, not a screener, but they send you to the movie theater in town, pre-screening, by W to go check out the movie, and I was like, wow, this is actually a pretty good movie. And I don't normally, my movie reviews suck, but I went home and I was like, I have to do this so that people will go out and see it. I put it up there, flagged by WB. It's like they're cutting off their own hands. One division is like, dude, spread the word. The next division is like, fuck you, man, let's earn money off that. You know,
Dude,
it's like,
but it's bullshit. I had 2 instances. Okay, I did that Valiant Hearts video recently. It was with Ubisoft, and it was sponsored. They asked me to do the video, and then they flagged the video and took ads off it, and I gave them a claim saying, no, look, I have proof. And they're like, dispute rejected. Also with Birdemic, I had explicit proof. I asked Birdemic Studios, whatever, can I review this? And they said, yes, you can review this and put it on your channel. And so they claimed it. I sent them the proof, and they immediately dispute rejected. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, the worst part is that, like, even if the claim is invalid, I had one that was really invalid. Basically, someone was claiming a Nintendo song played backwards. It was some music company. And it's like, okay, like, I even went through with Polaris to help me, like, file these things, and then it's like, hey, can you stop doing that? And they're like, nope. And it's like, no one, like, they don't have, like,
there's no repercussions for them to hit nope, even though they know they're in the wrong. They're like, yeah, I'm just kidding, nope. And come at me, bro. Our lawyers are better
Yeah,
than
there's
your
nothing
lawyers.
you can do. Dude, it's like here we are. I don't usually get like this because I just don't like to, but like really, like there's all of us supporting this massive corporation, and it's like they're like we're the wildlings and they're the Night's Watch. You know,
I like that.
Yeah. You can't get
yes, Game of Thrones.
Like you can't. We're just like, come on, let us in, and they're like, oh, we're a big wall. You can't even see us.
Yeah, there just needs to be more checks and balances, I think, with it, and then it would be fine.
It's oh, thank you. It's getting better, and I think that you and a lot of people I've talked with at YouTube, they know what's up, but some of their bosses, and it's just a complicated situation. Hopefully, it gets better over time because you can't stop the signal. You cannot stop this signal.
Yep.
This is growing. This is bigger than movies now. Gaming is where it's at, especially the future of gaming.
I think the world's coming to terms with the whole, like, I think in the old world, like, one person, one entity had everything, and it should be more dispersed, and they just don't like it this way.
Yeah, no, they don't like it.
They don't like it
They
this
don't
way.
like that happening. And it's weird because there's a lot of dead wood at these companies that don't yet understand,
Yeah.
and then new guard who get jobs there that do understand. So we're still in that transition
Yeah, it's a
period
real
between, hey, do this for us, and fuck you, we're gonna claim it.
Things are changing. It's like back in like the 60s and 70s when things were changing or whatever.
Basically, old people is ruining it.
Old people are dying. Listen.
Old people are dying.
Your grandpa stops me from making money on YouTube.
Go ahead.
All right, what's going on, guys? It's kind of a follow-up to that previous question. Did you ever consider just saying to heck with YouTube and like focusing on your own channels, on your own servers, and like using Springboard or Blip and just?
Can I say like sort of something, John?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
Like I mean, like we tried to do normal boots, and we really wanted to do it, and we did it, and it was going pretty okay. But then the biggest drawback is that YouTube is just where everybody is at. And so the second you start doing exclusive somewhere else, like you see all these like subscribers.
Wait,
and
perfect analogy.
Yeah.
Steam versus Origin, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not.
And
It's not a joke.
Yeah.
Like Steam. Well, they're both good services as far as I'm concerned. But like everybody's on Steam. Everyone's on Steam.
Yeah.
It just hurts your growth.
It's so much easier to get exposure and growth on YouTube compared to your own thing because YouTube's just really easy. Like there's suggested stuff, people just kind of stumble upon it. But when you're on your own website, you know,
People have to directly type in your name, specific things.
Whereas like YouTube, it's way easier for people to just kind of happen upon it or stumble upon it or whatever. So.
And not to mention, their player is really good. It's hard to get a player as good as theirs.
Yeah.
At least I think their players.
Who's player?
YouTube.
Like YouTube's player.
Oh,
is
YouTube's
better.
player.
Compared to like
Actually,
Springboard and
Yeah,
Like,
Blip's
because-
player is not that great, but you know, Blip is now changing into Maker, and that's where a lot of my videos were. That guy with the glasses is similar to normal boots.
Yeah.
You guys were trying to do a collection of
I had
people and do your own website.
super early on, I had Blip.
Yeah.
Just because I was like, oh, Blip,
But there's
money.
no cross traffic there. It has to be all direct traffic. And YouTube is just this community where everybody's all hanging out, and there's just so much more potential. So
I mean, like, think how many people who would like watch like a JonTron video, and then from that discovered PBG or ProJared or AngryJoe or whoever.
And we had already formed our audiences on
Yeah.
YouTube, and we felt like we would betray them to not put new content on YouTube and stuff like that. So.
Not to mention, on a YouTube video, there's a lot of comments, and there's like a view counter. You can easily track stats.
Lots of good stuff.
You can
Lots of
easily
good
track
stuff.
the dates.
Actually, Joe, I already have one of those because I
Okay,
actually have the
all
game.
right.
But on that note, though, can I give you something?
Oh, yeah?
It's not Superman, but I think you'll still like it.
Okay, let me see it. Okay, what do we got
Get the
here?
reveal.
Let's see here. It is, oh yeah, Red Lantern, thank you very much. Feel the rage. Anger fuels you. Go ahead.
First off, I just wanted to say congratulations to all four of you on your success.
Thank you.
I can speak for myself, and I'm sure many other people here, there's plenty of times to just sit at the computer and just watch silly review after silly review and just
I still do that.
zone out. Yeah, if
what
you're
it's
playing
about.
a game,
I should be
like,
working.
you're playing a game on Xbox.
Spencer,
Yeah, I'm
said
watching everybody else's stuff, and I'm like, my shit is so bad now.
Oh, dude,
I gotta do.
that's
I
the
gotta
worst.
do. Yeah.
I think
oh.
everybody says
Fuck you,
that.
John. Your shit is so good.
Thank you. I love
But
your
that's
I
the,
love your stuff
but see,
too,
that's
Joe.
the pressure that we put on each
We
other.
do. We help each other grow.
And so it's like when we get comments, oh, that was the best one yet. You're like,
Yeah, I
oh
know.
God. And that's why it takes us longer and longer and longer to do because we're like, oh, this is not good enough.
Yeah.
What was your question?
So I've got a two-part question, if you don't mind. First, Joe, since you broke my game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you all got to know this story. He brought up a Ride to Hell Retribution.
Oh my
And
God.
as soon as he put that in my face, I
You
flipped
hit
that.
it?
Beat the hell out of that thing.
Appropriate.
Did I break it?
No, the game itself is all right.
No, I mean, the game isn't all right.
Well,
I did you a favor.
I don't have an Xbox that I'm toting around. I've not tried it out yet,
right.
so
So-
I'm assuming it's okay. Yeah, Joe, your miniature. I wanted to know, you said you're a big Superman fan, and I understand that. Have you ever read the Death to Superman and World Without a Superman stories in the comics? Because
Have I read Superman comics?
No. Specifically the Death of Superman and
Oh, yeah.
the World Without Superman
Of
stories.
course, yeah. That's where the red symbol comes from. Yeah,
Oh.
and I've still got them at home, thinking like I bought a bunch of different ones, thinking they'd be valuable. Of course, they're not
Right.
really all that valuable.
The sealed
The
version
sealed
in the
one,
black
yeah, the
bag.
black
Yeah,
one.
I've got one
Yeah.
as well.
Cool.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, man. Cool. Hey, did you want to grab your miniature?
Don't bring it near
Do
me.
you really like that game? Then I did you a favor. Here, let me show the camera so that the stream can see. Look, I broke the thing and what is it? I specifically bought it. Yeah. Good. If I could break it, if I could break it safely, I would. I don't want shards going everywhere. All right, cool, man. Did I? Oh, there you go. Go ahead.
Hi, first of all, I want to say I'm a big fan of all of you, and I have a question for Joe in particular. I was
Okay.
a big fan of your reviews. You always tell it exactly like it is.
Oh, thank you.
And I was really looking forward to having you review a particular game, but then you just skipped over it completely.
Okay, yeah, there's a bunch of examples. Which one?
So I wanted to ask you, what did you think about Infamous Second Son?
Okay, Infamous Second Son.
Actually, is it good? Because I want to maybe give it. Is it good?
Okay, I won't spoil anything because I was about to say something. Okay, so it's beautiful. Okay, it's a beautiful game. Physics in it are amazing, but it still has. It seems like it's going through the motions.
I never
Like
really
they
played
didn't
it,
have
but-
enough time to inject the same amount of time that they did into the graphics and the physics and all this other good stuff as into the story. I am excited about The Last Light because I know they've had way more time to kind of develop it. It's gonna be some DLC, and I'm all. A lot of people think I hate DLC. It just depends on what type of DLC.
There's been good DLC.
There's been good DLC. And if it's an extension to a story that I like, oh shit, like I cut myself
Yeah, I
on that
saw
ride
that.
to hell, it got me back! Revenge!
Oh my God.
Yeah, but oh, fuck that game. But yeah, no, it's a good game. I wouldn't say it's excellent or anything like that, but yeah.
I was playing because I just got a PS4 and I was playing Killzone Shadowfall, and I think it's really good. Like I don't know how anyone else.
Yeah, they're just average games. I don't think.
I mean, I don't know what's an average game. It's like an adequately entertaining game. I don't expect every game to be Skyrim.
Oh, we're getting played off. Okay, we'll take one. Okay, here, get your miniature because we're getting played off here. So, all right, well, thank you guys. I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Thank you guys for coming out to the panel.
Thank you.
And.
Yeah, I saw that. All I do is